The second question is better, I think. How many have not yet decided? You can actually raise your hands, maybe about 3-4 people. So majority is already have taken a call. And I'm not going very deep into what are the reasons why you have chosen, why it is popular, all chinta patan chinta kai pachadi. Acha, by the way, I'll be coming to Telugu once in a while, not a very great extent. So, how many people are here who do not know absolute Telugu? Telugu zero knowledge, enta mandiki undi? 1 person, zero. A smattering, you know. Acha. So, or maybe like I can take the liberty, right? Sometimes I can come to Telugu such that the nativity touch is there. That nativity also I'll be speaking about in the topic, because nativity is equal to our culture, right? Our culture. So why we are interested in culture? Should we discuss about our culture? Yes or no? Should we not? Do you know that anthropology also studies culture? One of the most favorite topics, central topics in anthropology is culture. There will be no single day, almost like no single day in our class that we have not touched upon the word culture. Now, is it okay we discuss culture? Culture, nativity, what is culture, by the way? Way of life, wonderful way of living, excellent. Is given answer in a like nutshell. He has covered everything. Way of life means everything. No. The dress we wear, is it part of our culture? Yes. Achha, by the way, my classes are 100% two-way traffic classes. 100%. Not even a single class. I believe in one-way traffic. I say, I am the expert and you have to follow me. No, it will be a dialogue. It will be an interaction. Every class will be an interactive class. So I expect you to participate, and the kind of teaching that you will be seeing in Labasna once you get selected, they'll be like this. They'll be like making it highly practical. The kind of course that they teach or they make you. What is that course called? Telta make Labasna ante enti? Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration. What kind of course they impart? Do you have any idea? What is the first? See, you guys, people, the selected trainees, IAS probationers, IAS, IPS, all other probationers will be spending a 40-day program there. You know that? It's called foundation course. What is this course? Anthropology foundation course. This is also foundation course. That will also be foundation course. And what should be if you are building a building, if you are making a building, right? Should it have foundation? Will it have foundation? Yes. And how much time one should spend on foundation? For example, we'll talk about a building. For example, this is the same building we are in. Imagine 15 years, 10, 20 years back, Patani, when this fellow has built the building. How much time would he have taken to build this foundation? Any guesses? Okay, guess one guess. 1 month? 10 days? Some figure, yeah. At least yes or say yes or no. 1 month? Minimum 1 month? Or this much inka peta building aithe 2 months, a big multi complex, a big shopping complex, 6 months, 1 year. So what is the kind of career you are building? The rest of 35 years you will be in top cream. Once you get selected, your life is on a highway. So imagine how much time we should spend on foundation. So nearly 1 year, this entire course designed by the academy is almost for 1 year. So this foundation course, if it has to go into your DNA, I believe in teaching to the DNA. I don't believe in teaching to your memory. Here people who base their preparation on memory, they'll not be even clearing prelims. లెట్ మీ కావాలంటే రాసి పెట్టుకోండి డైలాగ్. మెమరీ అంటే ఏంటి? వాట్ యు మీన్ బై మెమరీ? Memory means only ratta marna, only by heart. Those gone are those days. If you believe in memory, you cannot clear this exam. Then where should the subject go? Into the veins and pathological veins, blood anevallu. Now technology has advanced, and in our anthropology, the syllabus, one of the most important topics is DNA. I believing in teaching to the DNA. Maybe you will give me a report maybe after 1 week or 10 days or 1 month. By God's grace, I am getting that same report, positive, since the last 3 decades. I am in this UPSC coaching for this is 28th year. 27 already crossed. In February, I have entered into 28th year. In UPSC, I have worked as an editor, content writer. Before editor, I started my career as content writer for current affairs for a magazine. Later, I was promoted to an editor. Parallelly, I was giving my mains. I've given 3 mains with anthropology and Telugu literature. When we prepared, there were 2 optionals. Even prelims had an optional. So I've cleared prelims with 3 times with public administration optional. So I prepared for 3 optionals. So why I'm saying all this is I have seen in and out of UPSC coaching, Ashok Nagar, and I have taught in Hyderabad, not only in Hyderabad, but also in Bengaluru and also in Delhi. So I've worked with some big names. Maybe whether these names are here, I don't know. So what I bring in is, I told you, if we believe in two-way dialogue only, if you participate 100% only, the subject will go into your DNA. That is my promise, and usually I deliver my promise. Usually I make promises, 1 or 2 promises I make, and 100% I deliver. And for those who have not decided, just some graphics. ఇక్కడ ఏం పెద్ద సబ్జెక్ట్ ఏం కాదు ఇది. Some graphics. What kind of idea should go in selecting your optional? Because see the quotation. Your choices shape your destiny. And how many people believe in destiny? I believe very strongly in destiny. I became teacher, UPSC teacher by an accident. I'll tell you what. That accident, that is a different story. I became a UPSC trainer by accident. By choice later, after that accident, 1 year I thought whether I can teach. But before that, I was taking tuitions, private tuitions. I'm a master, natural born teacher. I had that quality of explaining things. So I've become a successful teacher also, tuition teacher. So please think very seriously. Your choices will shape your destiny, your end, your journey, and your goal, of course. And before talking about this title, I would like to write something on the board. Even if you want to write anything in your notebook, you are welcome. What is anthropology? What is anthropology? Anyone? Study of human beings, evolution of human beings. Earlier we have taken one word, study of culture. Inka? Different? Different systems. What is the subject, central subject, or who is a central subject? You guys can come forward. There are about 5 to 6 places here for easy reachability, visibility. Okay, who is a central subject in anthropology? Man, or anthropology is the study of క్లాస్ అయినా ఇది, ఎందుకంటే నా క్లాస్లో నా వాయిస్ ఒకటే వినబడుతుంది అందుకే. ఓకే, గుడ్. Thanks for your cooperation. And kindly keep your phones in the silent mode. And the moment I enter into the class, I do that same way. So who is the central subject? Man. How it has been, how it has arrived? Anthropology is a combination of two Greek words. This is Greek anthropos and logos. Both mean different. Anthropos means human or man. Logos means logic. Logic or science or study. Now what is anthropology then? Based on this expansion, the study or science or logic of man. Like very interesting, no? Has anyone in this class, except with some background, heard about the word anthropology before coming to UPSC coaching? Evaraina okkalu? No one, none. No one has heard. You have heard it before coming. So your seniors, your parents, or some people might have said. Rarely, 1 in a million. Only after choosing UPSC, people come to know. So it's a very strange word. Many people also do not understand what are you preparing. Somebody asks, sir, I am preparing for UPSC. And what are your subjects? You say anthropology, general studies. What is anthropology? People do not know. What is engineering? People know. What is medicine? People know. What is sociology? Some extent. What is history? People know. And what are all these subjects studying? What are all these subjects studying? Are they not part of human life? Are they not studying humans? Yes, they also study humans. But why this subject is claiming to be the study of man? We raise so many questions in this class. By the way, I've just said I have given one statement. We'll be raising, like the class will be two-way interactive session. On the other hand, I'm also saying a lot of questions will be raising in this class. This class will be like question, answer mode. It will not be like completely dumping of information and saying goodbye. That will not work at this level, UPSC level. So do this subject study humans or not? Please answer. Yeah, second, మీరు post lunch session లో ఉన్నారు. If you keep quiet, you'll be going into the lullaby. Let me be very clear. If you're active, participating, that sleep will not disturb you. Bolo? History will study humans, geography, medicine, engineering, management. Then why this subject is called a study of man or humans? I'll answer that. This subject studies 3 core areas of humans. In fact, it starts from there. Anthropology starts from 3 core areas. 3 core means core and enti. Central areas, core of the earth, something like core means very central areas. So what are the 3 core areas of man it studies? It studies the biological basis of man. Biological dimension of man or biology. It studies the social dimension of man or humans. It also studies, now, another word, can you guess? These 3 are the most key words or areas which are considered as core of human beings. If you want to capture it right now, you can capture it. I will be again going slightly deeper into these 3 words. You can take a 2-second this thing and write down. What are these 3 core areas in anthropology? Biology, society, culture. What are the three core areas of humanity? Biological dimension, social dimension, cultural dimension, or simply biology, society, culture. We have also a new BSc because of this. BSc, biology, society, culture. Every time you can say, even I am studying BSc in anthropology. Koncham comedy ga cheppochu. Enduku? BSc stand for biology, society, culture. And by the way, there will be very good amount of fun in this class. Extraordinary amount of fun in this class. Fun is a natural part of this class. It is not artificially created. Okay? So definitely you'll be enjoying the classes. That is another promise. So you have noted what exactly is anthropology? It's a study of humans. The word anthropology or the term anthropology has come from two Greek words which are anthropos and logos. Anthropos stands for man or human. Logos stands for science or logic or study. So what is science? Next question. See, we'll try to spend some time here. Okay? What is science? Have you ever questioned what is science? Every day మనం మాట్లాడుతుంటాం science. How things work. Wonderful. Any other? So you'll be surprised today. You'll be noting so many things that you think you know, but we really do not know. We think we know science, correct? Science also is a product of a Greek word. There is a Greek word called scientia. Scientia in Greek means what is the meaning of scientia? To know or knowledge. First you can copy. Just give your parallel processing a bit of relaxation. Write, listen, write, and in meanwhile process. So what is we are trying to know? Next question. Again question, I told you. One answer, another question. One answer, another question. It will be complete like extraordinary journey. Science means to know. Scientia means to know or knowledge. How does knowledge come to you? Next question. You can say, sir, I attend some classes, I read some books, I write some answers, okay, I see some videos, and knowledge comes to me. Is that so simple? How your teachers will say you have passed the exam? ఇవన్నీ తెలిసినవే కానీ కొంచెం డీప్కి వెళ్దాం. టుడే విల్ బి స్పెండింగ్ సమ్ టైమ్ బికాస్ anthropology is also like this. Anthropology is also science. It's a classic science. It is based on scientific principles. How do you, get passed in the exam? When you write the exam, what do you write in the exam? What do you face in the exam? Questions. A questions lo chudandi, what, how, when, where, who lekunda questions untaya question paper. Then what is science? Science is knowledge which comes to your mind when you open your mind and start asking questions. What, when, who, where, how, whom, all these questions. When some old movie, Babu Mohan, మీకు తెలుసో the candidate, ఇప్పుడు కొంచెం పెద్ద అయిపోయాడు. Babu Mohan is a comedy character. He is made to search in ఎందుకు ఏమిటి ఎలా karke he'll be like doing, I don't know, most of you may not know that. Very funnily it was portrayed, but it's actually 100% truth. Every student, every person in this world 100% raises this question. In fact, many great Greek philosophers have started this questioning long back. During the 400 BC, 500 BC in Greece, there were some extraordinary thinkers and philosophers. Of course, during that time, India also had some great philosophers, thinkers. Can you name some Greek philosophers? At least one or two. One philosopher named Greek. నేను చెప్పినాక మీరు ఎస్ సార్ ఐ నో అంటారు. అరిస్టాటిల్, Even before him, Aristotle's teacher is Plato. Plato's teacher is, అందరికన్నా పెద్ద ఆయన Socrates, exactly. Socrates. From Socrates, this Greek philosophy started going forward. And Aristotle is one of the greatest Greek philosophers. And anthropology owes its origin to Aristotle's ideas. I'll come to all the basic ideas one by one. The idea is first we should know what is anthropology. Then when one by one, then we'll go ahead. Okay. What is Aristotle's importance? In fact, Aristotle coined the term anthropologist. If the sentence is small, you can start writing along with me. You know what is anthropologist? Who is an anthropologist? He says he is a gossip who talks about himself. Who is an anthropologist according to Aristotle? He is a gossip who talks about himself. You can even alternate. See, first before I ask you to write, just pause for a moment. I'll tell you. You will be like asking, sir, ఎవరన్నా వాళ్ళ గురించి మాట్లాడుకుంటే, if somebody is speaking about themselves, do you call that fellow gossip? Gossip అంటే it's like chit chat, no? You should ask that question. Gossip means a person or that activity, no? Two people are speaking to each other. That is gossip, no? Then gossip is a person here. Now, who is this man? Just now I told you. Philosopher. And do philosophers speak ordinary language? They speak slightly philosophical language. So in that philosophical tone, he's saying, whosoever is speaking about himself is a gossip. Alternatively, we can even write another statement here. It is a person, this is another version, this is version 1. Another dimension or version 2, it is a person who gossips about himself. Both are right. Any which way you write, it is absolutely right. But who is an anthropologist? Before even the word anthropology became popular, anthropologist became popular. It is a guy or the person or a woman or a man who speaks about himself or herself. Okay, it is looking fine, but still I have not got the answer. If I am that person who is trying to understand who is an anthropologist, I have not understood this completely. Why people talk about themselves? Do people talk about themselves? Mamalga meer chudandi, gossip. Whenever somebody is gossiping, who is the subject? Usually. Do they talk about themselves or others? Is he a philosopher or not? What is the key word in this? When a man is talking about himself, what is that then? What could be there about himself that this man is talking about? 3 dimensions. Already చెప్పేసాను మీకు. Man is talking about his biology. Man is talking about his society. That man is gossiping about his culture. Next, if you talk to yourself about your biology, society, culture, is it so easy and you have discovered yourself? Yes or no? Absolutely not. If I talk about myself, it will not be enough. I have to introspect, I have to research, I have to question, I have to go to my roots. Who am I? People say, I am a man, I am a woman. What do you mean by human? What it is to be a human being? People can say, okay, technically we are Homo sapiens. What do you mean by Homo sapiens? It looks very easy, no? Somebody said, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm a human being, I'm a good human being. People add good also. Then they say, technically, scientifically speaking, I'm a Homo sapiens. I'm an anthropologist. I'm not satisfied. Are you understanding? Everybody is connecting. కొంచెం ఏమైనా కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉన్నా ముందుకు వచ్చేసి లేదా చేయట్లా లేపండి. I'll be again repeating in some other way. Anthropologist is that person who is not relaxing, who is not getting convinced with superficial answers. He or she is ready. He is always having one gaddapara and ఏమో అంటారు చూడండి para with him. I'm just కొంచెం జోకింగ్ గా చెప్తున్నా. What is that gaddapara in English? Crowbar and a spade. What people do this for? ఎందుకుంటుంది gaddapara? To dig. When you go dig, what you get? Our roots. An anthropologist digs deeper and separates the essential from non-essential to find out what? His roots. Who is he or who is she? Where he or she has come from. So people will go to the origins of everything. An anthropologist always has this big activity. Now rather the main activity, anthropologist's main activity to go to origin of everything. They don't relax. They don't agree anything on the face of it. They want to go deeper, understand themselves better. You can copy this now. So this session will be about 1.5 to 2 hours. So, एक second. So as far as UPSC is concerned, it has given its own syllabus in 2 papers, just like any optional. Anthropology also has got 2 papers. Usually the first paper, paper 1 is called as, it has got no name, but you can give a name to it called General Anthropology. Broadly speaking. And paper 2, paper 2 can be given a title of Indian Anthropology. I said, though it has not been given any name, UPSC did not give any name to this paper, but we can actually give one name broadly: General Anthropology and Indian Anthropology. And there are about 12 chapters, in fact 12 chapters with subtopics in paper 1. And paper 2 we have 9 chapters. Roughly you can make out, because this is an orientation class. Today we will, any small doubt you have on this, please clarify. Before leaving this room, you should be equipped with the basic idea, because from the next class onwards, you will be taken to the actual subjects. Today, I'll try to touch upon many dimensions, as many dimensions as possible, to make you familiar with this subject as a subject, then subject as an optional. 2 dimensions. One is subject as a subject. then subject as an optional for UPSC exam. So in these chapters, of course, like 1 to 12, 1 to 9, I will not be going in this fashion. Number one. Again, another very beginning itself I am making clear. I will be going as per the way the subject has to be given to you. Subject is always there. But if we go by the UPSC method, the best understanding, best harmony will not be achieved. So I have designed the course in such a way that you will be enjoying all the dimensions right from day one. So as per this understanding, there are these kind of syllabus. But as per our scheme, in my way of teaching, I have divided the subject into 6 parts for easy approach. 6 parts have been divided, and 4 parts are there in paper 1. Paper 1. 4th part also has paper 2 in it. By and large, 4 parts. 2 parts in paper 2. But the 4th part will be a combination of paper 1 and paper 2. I will be telling you how it is possible. First part, let us talk about part 1. Part 1, I always call it as introduction part and social cultural parts. You can start writing along with me. This is part 1. Part 2, I call it as physical or biological. This is our division. Please write in your notes as our division and Raskon Mali. Not like UPSC divided. UPSC has its own way, but we have our own way of going along with it. All the 6 parts are covered in paper 1 and paper 2. Part 1 is only in paper 1. Part 1 only in paper. Achha, let me write here also. It is only there in paper 1. Part 2 also is there only in paper 1. Again, paper 1 only. Both these parts, part 1, part 2, are there in paper 1 only. If you have even a wee bit of doubt, please ask me. And then I am going for, achha, let me give these numbers, Roman numbers odu, my confusion author only. Okay. I will give normal numbers. So, normal number 3. That is part number 3 is your anthropological thoughts, also called as anthropological theories. Anthropological theories. Even these theories are also there in paper 1. Part 1, introduction and social cultural part, is there in which paper? Paper 1. Part 2, physical or biological, is there in which paper? Paper 1. Part 3, anthropological theories or thought, which paper? Paper 1. So the maximum syllabus is there in paper 1 only. So we'll be spending a good amount of time in paper 1. Rather, it's a ratio something like 70-75% in paper 1 only. So don't again get carried away. I told you very beginning, even Nenu Kadu, any teacher who is teaching this UPSC Anthro will be like dealing like this only. Otherwise, we cannot do justice to the subject. 70 to 75% will be occupied. Our classes will be occupied with paper 1. That is part 1, part 2, part 3. And achha, have you noted? I will go to part 4. Part 4, again, part 4, as I just now told you, it's called as archaeological, or you can write like this, prehistoric archaeology. And this is part of both paper 1 and paper 2. I told you earlier, only part 4 has got two content from both the papers. మీకు ఇప్పుడు కాదు, మెల్లిగా 1 by 1 మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చెప్తాను. విల్ గో బై చాప్టర్ నంబర్స్ ఆల్సో, చాప్టర్ నంబర్స్ including exactly the chapters. So after this I will be giving you again that same knowledge. So part 4, that is titled as archaeological part or prehistoric archaeology, which has content included from paper 1 and paper 2. Now 4 parts are over, maximum syllabus is covered. Here all these areas are highly scoring areas. Now I'll come to part 5. Part 5 is your Indian society and culture. And it is there only from paper 2. Last part is your tribal India or the tribal parts, and it has content from only paper 2. Be very clear in the syllabus division. Okay, so 6 parts in our scheme of division. Paper 1 has got maximum content, paper 2 got good number of content, but the marks are same, 250 to 50. So when we go deeper, we'll be talking about more on that knowledge. Now let me come back to one idea. For example, I wanted to share something. From where we can begin? The beauty of this division that I made enables any student with whatever background. You may be coming from maths background, science background, without biology, with biology, no problem. You can start from any part. Are you getting this? I can start from part 6, I can start from part 3, I can start from part 1. I don't have any boundaries. UPSC asks you to start from part 1. Okay, let me give you the chapters in each area. In each area, I want to take one second. I don't have an empty slide here. I need an empty slide. Chalo, ek kaam karte hain. This one is better. Now you start writing what are the contents in part 1. Part 1 chapters. Paper 1 chapters 1.1 to 1.3, 2.1 to 2.5, 3, 4, 5 and 7 and 8. What is a part name? First మీకు అర్థం కాదు, జనరల్గా అర్థమవుతుంది. And please don't try to come to a conclusion that if only I understand this, I am happy. Because this is like a puzzle for few days. I am telling in advance. The topics may not be understood by in the very day 1 because they're all highly connected with each other. If I teach something on day 1, day 5 I'll be teaching something else. If you come on day 1 and day 5, then you can understand both of them. If you don't come on day 1, if you come on day 5, you'll be having that gap. If you come on day 1 and that 5th lecture you missed, again you have to take the help of your friends. వాళ్ళ నోట్స్ అడగాలి, వాళ్ళని బతిమలాడుకోవాలి, ఇవన్నీ ఎందుకు? చక్కగా డైలీ వచ్చేసేయండి. ఒక 5 days రాగానే 2 topics you'll be making understanding. And there will be some terms, I'm telling in advance, some terms which are peculiar to anthropology. And if you understand the terms and use them, you'll be getting minimum marks. Why anthropology is so popular? Because even if you write minimum content, you'll be given 50% marks. No other subject will give you like that. You'll be like going like you'll not be believing it. Let me be telling you very clearly. When I have written also the same scenario is there, even today the same scenario is there. If you write even the basic points, only basic points, essential points, with those terms, only basic points, you'll get 50% marks. 50% marks ante enta? 250 out of 500. I will come to this later. Chalo. So what are the points? You can just copy down. What are the chapters in part 1? What is part 1? Introduction and social culture. Now, right, you're absolutely right. Introduction and a social cultural part. What is introduction part? This is the part. Social cultural part starts from here. Clear? 1.1 to 1.3 is introduction part. Social cultural part starts from 2.1 till 8. Some people even add 6th chapter. 6th chapter discuss ikkada sir. Parలేదు, no problem. But I have separated it. So please copy every small detail in the class. And kindly don't discuss with your fellow contemporary people because you will be promoted here. నేను బయటకు వెళ్ళమని చెప్పాను, ప్రమోట్ చేసి ఫస్ట్ బెంచ్కి పిలుస్తా, అంతే సింపుల్. మీకు ఇంకా ప్రమోషన్ వస్తుంది మాట్లాడితే, రైటా? సో జాగ్రత్త చూసుకోండి. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్, రేజ్ యువర్ హ్యాండ్. ఐఎమ్ ఆల్వేస్ దేర్ ఫర్ యూ. ఈవెన్ ఆఫ్టర్ ద క్లాస్ ఐ విల్ బి సిట్టింగ్ ఇన్ దట్ క్యాబిన్ ఫర్ 5-10 minutes. Aramse you can come and ask, no problem. Copied everything? So this is introduction and social cultural part. So many good basic terms will be coming in this chapters. At the moment, I am not going to discuss what are the chapters, etc., because it will become a syllabus discussion class. Syllabus discussion class is different, orientation is different. Achha, next one. Shall I rub it off? Then part 2. Part 2 is, what is the name of part 2? Physical or biological part. And before I talk about this, let me tell you, there will be a very common assumption in people's minds, some basic question. I don't have any biology memory. I've studied biology in my 10th class. Will I be able to cope up with this, sir? Without you being asked, I know, asking. And absolutely yes, answer is yes. And shall I tell you another beautiful thing? All the toppers in anthropology, topper 1, topper 2, 3, 4, ఇంతకుముందు వచ్చిన వాళ్ళందరూ with anthropology, all India 1, all India 2, 3, they were all engineers. They never had any biology in their graduation. They have forgotten biology in 10th class. But anthropology is such a beautiful subject. If it is dealt properly, people will fall in love with the subject and start blaming this system. Why this subject was not introduced in 10th class or 11th class? అప్పుడే చెప్పాల్సింది, ఎంత మంచి సబ్జెక్ట్ ఇది. You will be giving that kind of certificate to the subject. So people, when they enjoy only, they will get 1 rank. No, ఊరికే బట్టి కొడితే రాదు అక్కడ. People, when they enjoy, whether that person is an engineer or accountant or commerce background, management student, because it is about our, what we are studying. What we are studying. What are the core subjects? Our biology, our society, our culture. Biology is only small part. 2/3 lo 1/3, sorry, 3 parts lo 1/3 on the biology. 2/3 is your society and culture. So everybody will feel comfortable. Initially, yes, 1 or 2 days they will be having to deal with these terms, but yes, definitely they will be enjoying a bit. Next, coming to the chapters. What are the chapters that are there? Chapters 1.4 to 1.7 in paper 1, and everything is in paper 1 only. Then there are chapters 9.1 to 9.8, chapter 10, chapter 11.1 to 11.3, and chapter 12. These are the chapters in paper 1, which I have given the title as physical or biological part. Physical or biological part has these chapters. Chapters 1.4 to 1.7, 9.1 to 9.8, 10, 11.1 to 11.3 and 12. All those are biological anthropology or physical anthropology. Physical annadi popular, kani biological annadi correct. The correct usage is biological. When we go into the actual subject, we'll be knowing why it is correct. Okay, you copied? Then we'll go ahead. Next, part 3. What is the name of part 3? Anthropological theories or thoughts. Anthropological theories is the actual title given in your syllabus. Again, don't come into assumptions and presumptions. Theories ante sir, amma theories adala. Itlantivi evi pettukodu ikkada. Ee class lo anni all the myths will be busted like bubbles. Tap anni pelpade. Bubbles em undavu. దీన్ని సింపుల్ గా ఏమంటాం? సింగిల్ వర్డ్, anthropological thought. Simply anthropological thought. And what is the chapter here? Only one chapter. Chapter 6, paper 1. Only one chapter is there, which will occupy a good time, and without that, the knowledge of anthropology is incomplete. Some great scholars have shared their ideas about society and culture, and those we will be discussing. Then again, forming the core content of this subject. Okay, so part 3 is over, and we'll go for part 4. Part 4 is called as prehistoric archaeology or archaeological parts. And it is there in both the papers. Paper 1 also it is there. Paper 1 chapter 1.8 and paper 2 it is there from 1.1 to 1.3. So the content is spread out in 2 papers, both the papers. Paper 1, 1.8, entire 1.8 chapter is nothing but archaeology. And paper 2, 1.1 to 1.3. Okay, copied, very simple stuff. Then part 5, Indian society and culture. See, unless you divide the subjects like this, you'll be feeling like very clumsy. Anta confusion untadi. Etla nunchi start cheyali enti? Even today many students come from, sir, where should I start? People after completing coaching from other people who want to come to, who want to write test series. Vere vallu, mana vallu kaadu. Other students who come and ask test series, they want to prepare what is the schedule, sir, etla enti kada. So they do not know where to start from. That is a tragedy. Chapter 2 is there. Then chapter 3, in fact 3.1 to 3.4, chapter 4, and chapter 5.1 to 5.3. These are the chapters in paper 2, which can be given a title of Indian Society and Culture. Again, I am telling you, UPSC did not give all these titles. I am giving to make it very clear which parts you are dealing with. Okay, so Indian Society and Culture part 5, having these chapters, chapters 2, chapters 3.1 to 3.4, in paper 2 again, paper 2, chapter 4, 5.1 to 5.3. This is a subject matter present in paper 2. And finally, part 6, it's called as Tribal India. As the name suggests, most of the discussion, 95% of the this part is dealing with tribes in India. And it is there only in paper 2. And again in the chapters, what are the chapters? 6.1 to 6.3, 7.1 to 7.3, 8.1 to 8.2, 9.1 to 9.3. So this is part 6 for you, Tribal India. And as I told you, how much time we'll be spending on these two parts, percentage wise? About 25-30% of our time. So don't come to a conclusion, or ante mundu sir cheppaledu anaddu, munde cheppestunnan. Day 1 disclaimer. Day 1 lo chaala cheppune untayi. Idu oka disclaimer. Inkokati another disclaimer. Hope everybody is an adult in this class, complete 18 years crossed. Nobody is in intermediate, etc. Because this subject deals with adult content. Munde cheptunnanu. There will be no vulgarity. We will be talking about human physical activity, sexual reproduction and sexual organs. And also many discussions about male, female, this thing. Coming from the angle of diseases, etc., culture, etc., certain practices found among the tribes, etc. Ante subject paranga matrame. Only the subject demands that. Disclaimer number 2. Yaad rakho idhar. You need not write even that. Every class, a good number of classes will be speaking very, very frankly. Because this subject is about whom? If we do not understand ourselves better, can we understand others? Absolutely no. So in this way, if you want to understand yourself better, you need to ask very honest questions. We have to assess ourselves very honestly, dispassionately. Manam roju edo rangulu eskonatlu pai merugulu iste ee subject dani nyayam cheyalem. Subject is like that only, and we'll be giving with examples and highly scientific orientation. I'm telling in advance. Okay, and this is understanding, and I'll also be talking about some exam dimension. Exam, in the exam, do you know how many papers are there? Naturally, paper 1, paper 2. In the morning, you have to write paper 1. In the afternoon, paper 2. What is the marks, weightage? 250, 250. But it is not correct. Andaru anukuntaru 250 kaadu, 400 marks. Shock avutaru meeru. 400 marks endukayya ante there will be 8 questions. For example, we are talking about paper 1, 8 questions, and each question carry 8 into 50 marks. That is 400 marks, but you have a choice. Out of 8, you need to write 5 questions only. So 5 into 50, you will be required to answer for 250 questions. And this entire paper, whether it is paper 1 or paper 2, is divided into 2 sections. ఈ పేపర్ గురించి ఇప్పుడే మాట్లాడుతున్నా, ఎందుకంటే దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఎనీ, యు మే బి థింకింగ్ సార్ ఇది ఎందుకు ఎగ్జామ్ గురించి అంటే, ఎగ్జామ్ ఓరియంటేషన్ మన క్లాస్లో ఇట్ విల్ బి దేర్ ఫ్రమ్ డే 1. డే 1 ఆల్సో విల్ బి, day end also will be talking from exam angle 100%. And every class has PYQs given on the board. You need to write them down. And about answer writing, without you asking me, I am telling in advance. Answer writing will not be like hand held ante hand ante mimmalni lakochi raipichedi kaadu ikkada. Most of it is voluntary. Questions will be there. You have to note the questions. You are expected to write the questions, and every Saturday we'll be giving, the room will be empty. You can come and write and submit to them also, or submit to me as well. Okay? Either 1 question you can write, 2 questions, 5 questions, it is up to you. Immediately I evaluate you, and personally also I will be like calling you, and these are the areas you have to improve. Like that, suggestions I will give. My own evaluation will be there. So two sections it will be divided. Section A will have 4 questions. And question number 1 will have A, B, C, D, E. And question number 1 will be short questions, 10 into 5. All the 5 questions you have to answer. So 50 marks. And question 1 is compulsory. It'll round it at a compulsory. Then question number 2 will be having A, B and C. A will be having 20, B 15 and C 15. Question number 3. Question number 3 will also be like this. A, B and C. Question number 4, A, B, C. Copy చేసుకోండి తొందరగా. మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ ఐ రబ్ దిస్ ఆఫ్ అండ్ గో టు క్వశ్చన్ నెంబర్ 5. సారీ యార్. Okay. So how many questions are there? 8 questions in each paper. You have to attempt 5. First question is always compulsory. First question has 5 short notes. 5 into 10, 50 marks. No choice there. So 1, 2, 3, 4 are over. Then again I will be just replacing this. Ikkada em untadi malli 5. So question number 5 is compulsory. I am just changing this. With this will be 6. This will be 6. This will be 7. This will be 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Same formula. Section A and यहाँ से this will be section B. Section A 1 to 4, section B 5 to 8. ఇప్పుడు అర్థం కాకపోతే మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి అడగండి. ఐ విల్ బి రిపీటింగ్, నో ప్రాబ్లం. హౌ మెనీ సెక్షన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్? 2 sections, section A, section B. How many questions will be there in each section? 4 questions. Question number 1, compulsory. How many questions it has? 5 short notes, 10 marks, 10 into 5. Then what is the distribution of marks here? Question 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Again A, B, C. First part, first question, A will always be having 20 marks. 20, 15, 15. So why I am giving this distribution is while when we discuss with any question, either PYQ or expected question, I will be saying, ఇది 20 మార్క్స్కి వచ్చే ఛాన్స్ ఉంది, 15కి వస్తే ఎట్లా, 10 మార్క్స్ ఎట్లా, క్లాస్ అని చెప్పేస్తుంటా. సో మీకు ఎగ్జామినేషన్ ఓరియంటేషన్లోనే వెళ్తాం. సబ్జెక్ట్ ప్లస్ ఎగ్జామ్, సబ్జెక్ట్ ప్లస్ ఎగ్జామ్. So this is the idea. So in this, when you go smartly, you have a smart preparation. When we have hard preparation, what do you mean? Generally, these are all repeated. No, you must have seen some interviews, toppers discussions, teachers saying what is hard work, what is smart work. All I will be dealing with during the course of this lectures. Clear on the exam now? So out of 400, actually they set the paper for 400 marks each paper. So you have to answer only 250 marks. So this is done. Now let's go to the next one. What is the idea? I'll be starting with the next class tomorrow. I'll be starting this topic. Social cultural anthropology. Introduction we will be dealing later. I'll be just giving one simple introductory class. I'll be just giving about half an hour discussion. Or maybe it can even range up to 1 hour. And after every 1 hour, usually I start at about 2:30, 2:35. Roughly it will go up to 4 o'clock. At 4 p.m. I give a 10-minute break because this is a post-lunch session. Without break, your and my thing is already I got used to it. And your understanding levels will come down. The only idea is go and fresh up 10 minutes. Then we'll start. We'll go up to 5:15 maximum. 5 o'clock. Usually at 5 I end. Sometimes at 5:15. So in this way, tomorrow I'll be dealing with the introductory part for about 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Then I'll be starting social cultural parts. So today, what is a subject matter in social cultural part I'll be dealing. Earlier, just now, 2 minutes back, we have spoken 3 dimensions, 3 core areas of anthropology. What are these 3 core areas? Biology, society, culture. Biology is actually kind of, since it has got some terminology, right? And it will be dealt at a right time. So first we'll understand about society and cultures. Usually whenever somebody asks, what is a society, what is culture to you? I simply give a very ordinary man's answer, not an anthropologist answer. Because people easily, they cannot understand anthropologist answer. You know what I answer? Society and culture are like 2 eyes of a person. ఈ 2 కళ్ళల్లో ఏది ముఖ్యం అంటే ఏం చెప్తారు? What is important? Right eye, left eye? Can you answer it simply? No, both eyes are important. Both eyes, society and culture, are like 2 eyes of human beings. Only when you have both the eyes, your vision is complete. You have this kind of stereoscopic vision. So what is our vision? Humans have a stereoscopic vision. Both these eye points go and meet at one place and we form an image. So when you see the reality in human life, what is a better way to see that reality? If you view with one eye, can it be complete? No. If you see with only social angle, it will not give a complete picture. If you see only cultural angle, it will not give you the complete picture. So that is the reason both society and culture are understood as 2 eyes of humanity or mankind. This is one way of describing. And society and culture in another dimension. If you ask me, sir, can you give me another example? Yes, 100% are like if somebody asks what is society and what is culture, they look very close, but they are different also, and highly they are related to each other. And how they are related to each other? If you see the coin, flip it on both the sides. Rendu side lu untayi chudandi, bomma borusu, heads and tails. Can we separate them? It is like the 2 sides of the same coin. Both are the realities. The reality has always 2 dimensions. Society and culture. Which is important for you? We cannot say. So, inkoka dimension veldam. I will ask you a question. We all have evolved or not? Somebody said, what is anthropology? They said it is about human evolution. Yes. How many people believe here in this class that we have evolved? How many people do not believe? I think it's easy, kada? How many people do not believe that we have evolved? So the answer is easy, kada? Man cheyetta karledu. So we all believe that we have evolved, right? Now let me ask you another question. Which do you think has evolved first? Culture or society? Just think. Why there's nothing, just ఆలోచించండి అంతే. Which could have started first, culture or society? Any guesses? Was there anyone who has seen this? Today, if you want some evidence, just now I've told you, science believes in evidence. So call for evidence. Have we got any evidence? Nobody has got any evidence. Which has started first? Nobody knows. People say, అదేదో క్వశ్చన్ తెలుగులో అంటాం చూడు, విత్తు ముందా చెట్టు ముందా, గుడ్డు ముందా చికెన్ ముందా, ఏదో అంటారు కోడి, hen first or egg first? Absolutely no clue. Culture first, society first? No idea. So better, what is a better way? Mingle them both and study. So that's the reason in your syllabus also, if you see very carefully, anybody carrying syllabus copies? Have they given you some syllabus copies? Usually tell them in the first day to give the syllabus copies. If you don't have, no problem. You can even see in the net, or tomorrow I'll make it arranged for you. So in chapter 1.3, we have something called as social cultural anthropology. Whenever, before going there, let me give you some background. If you want this, you want to note down, you can note down this. ఇది మధ్య మధ్యలో మీ ఆన్సర్కి యూజ్ అవుతుంది. సొసైటీ అండ్ కల్చర్, సేమ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇచ్చి వాడు డిస్కస్ అని కూడా అనొచ్చు. క్వశ్చన్, యూ కెన్ గివ్ ఇట్ యాజ్ అ క్వశ్చన్. డిస్కస్ అంటాడు. సొసైటీ అండ్ కల్చర్ ఆర్ లైక్ టూ సైడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ద సేమ్ కాయిన్. డిస్కస్, కామెంట్. Then what do you write? Only when you have the knowledge. That's a question for later. Just copy this statement. Society and culture are like two sides of the same coin. This is a very common layman's statement. I'll give you a philosopher statement just by making some small addition here, small replacements. What is this? Reality. If you ask a philosopher, the philosopher may answer like this, like Aristotle. What are culture and society to you, sir? They say culture and society are like two sides of the same reality, because reality is not one. Reality is not only culture, but it is also society. Our friend has said culture means way of life. Excellent answer. No doubt about it. Then what is society? Have you ever questioned all this? In anthropology, we'll be questioning a lot. What is society? Definitions కూడా ఉన్నాయి మీకు మీ handouts లో కానీ in your material. We begin with the discussion society. And to tell you what, every word I utter in this class is anthropology class only. Every word, even the examples, the jokes, that is also anthropology only. You'll not be talking any other nonsense here. What is society? Group of people living together to share their culture and any ideas. Wonderful. How many people are required to start a society? Minimum. How many people? Just think. Minimum how many people? Our friend has said group. No. How many people? Only two. Minimum two people makes it a society. All the interactions, their discussions, their ideas, their emotions, their sharings, their carings, their cooperation, their fightings. Mia baby fighting like every day in and day out, or maybe once in a week they fight. Usually, I'm saying usually, every society has got this kind of dimension. So we'll be going into those dimensions. What exactly is this society? Human society, Indian society, Western society. All these words will add, and how these things have actually shaped human development, human progress. And what are the important themes that we will discuss in social cultural anthropology? We'll start with actually marriage. Of course, society and culture are always there. You can start noting down. So this is theme number 1. Theme. I'm talking about themes. Important topics or themes. They are not chapter headings. They are just themes. First is society. Second is, of course, culture. Third is marriage. Fourth is family, kinship, economic organization, political organization, religion, language, and finally, research methods. Major themes. Major themes or major areas may not be exactly chapters. Sorry? You're asking something? Yeah. What are the major themes? Society, culture, marriage, family, kinship, economic organization, political organization, religion, language, and research methods, also known as field work. Usually anthropology is a field discipline. It is also called as field work. So major themes in social cultural anthropology. That is part number 1 in that major discussion of us will be focused on these topics or themes. And the beautiful thing is, most of this we think we know, we seem to know, we know something, but a lot of anthropological knowledge is needed here to understand ourselves better. If somebody asks you suddenly what is anthropology, I'll give a beautiful definition. Anthropology is such a discipline, or anthropology is a tool. I'm writing a short here. Anthropology is a tool, or it's like a mirror which enables us or which helps us to understand ourselves What is anthropology? It is like a tool or a mirror or any idea, a concept. You can say it's you can even add discipline, which enables or helps us to understand ourselves better. On a word like a pata, answer definition is incomplete. It is also discipline. It also other subjects also, for that matter, you can question. Sir, history undi kada. Geography is there, mathematics is there, sciences are there. Are they not helping us in understanding ourselves? Yes, they are also helping. But what is the difference between them and anthropology? Only the word is better. Today it is like a very tall claim, but after you complete, or even 1 month within your journey, you will be saying, yes sir, you have added that word better. No? Yes, now I agree with you. If today you may not agree. You should not agree, first of all. You should not buy any argument just like that. You don't agree. And after 1 month, you will be starting gradually understanding. This is our, yes, this is the subject. I'll be talking about some themes. Okay? So now, only anthropologists raise this question. I'll be raising some interesting areas. Today, when we walk, everybody uses mobile, right? Most of us use mobile. Without mobile, there is no life. We'll talk about something trivial. I'll talk about some trivial things, but they are highly connected. Today, if you see the mobile like this continuously, 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, what can happen? Aim gada mat ka anakandi. Kuch nahi hoga sir, kya hoga? At the most, we'll get some neck pain. Anji? You're not participating. You want to participate 100%? You want to get the subject's importance? Please answer me. Will you get a problem or not? What problem you get? You say neck pain. It's not neck pain, my dear friends. If you go to a doctor, he'll give a very good name and charge heavily. If you name yekapothe charge తీసుకోలేడు 1000 rupees మీ దగ్గర తీసుకోవాలంటే text neck syndrome అని పిలవాలా. Text neck syndrome. You know, neck. Text. American fellows call WhatsApp. మనం WhatsApp చేయి అంటాం. వాళ్ళు WhatsApp అన్నారు. Text me అంటారు. Text. When you are texting so much, how your like this neck is there, it is inclined at an angle of maybe, I don't know what is this angle, 45 or 90 or 45 degrees, 70 degrees, I don't know. If you are putting your neck like this, you will get text neck syndrome. But the same mobile you hand over to the chimpanzee and ask it to play for hours together, days together, months together, it will not get any text neck syndrome. Very interesting, no? Why? Why not? That fellow will never get a neck pain. And it is happily, like, it can also play with that. If you give a tab, it will also play because it is all moving, no? Some videos, some graphics you give, that fellow enjoys. In fact, many researchers have been done in America. Taking chimps as examples, they have taught them some language, identify some yellow banana, yellow, and road chepte. After 6 months, it has said banana, and it started identifying. It started slightly speaking 1 or 2 monosyllables. So it had some connection. You know who is the closest cousin in our evolution? This is the closest cousin in our entire human kingdom. Sorry, animal kingdom. The chimps are our closest cousins. And many researchers have done on the chimpanzees. And what did I tell you? They don't get text neck syndrome. Why? Do you know why? Something extraordinary is the reason. Today, you won't believe my words. I'm just talking about only text neck syndrome. This is only a byproduct, side effects. But what is the main effect? What is the difference between chimpanzee and us? Chimpanzee walks like this. On knuckle walking, on the knuckles it walks. Even gorillas, some orangutans. Have you seen in the zoos and National Geographic Channel? But can we walk like this? Or if you bend like this? I told you, if you bend your neck, for a good deal of time, you have to visit your orthopedician. He'll charge a good bill and give you a good name. Why? Why the chimp is not suffering and we are suffering? Because the answer is a great deal of advancement that has happened in our evolution. In fact, entire class has said we have evolved, right? We have evolved. From which kind of ancestors we have evolved? Our ancestors were like this, chimpanzees and gorillas. Lakhs of years ago, millions of years ago, in Africa and different parts of the world, we had our ancestors who looked like chimpanzees. And they were walking like this, but gradually we became like this. Something like, I don't have an example. Best example is a table. You know the table. Table is standing on 4 legs, right? And if we lift the table, how it looks like? It is looking like this. If you put like this, it is okay. And if you do like this, it will become like this, gradually like this. And over a period of time, hands have become free. And when we stand on our 2 legs, what is that called as? It is called as bipedalism. We'll be talking about them in a while. But there is a great deal of idea, extraordinary idea, that has separated us from these animals is bipedalism. Bi means two. Ped means legs. Two legs. So only, can you show any animal on the planet which walks on two legs? Any other animal? Any other animal? Have you come across any other animal on the planet which has walked on two legs, which is walking right now? Except human beings. Are we animals for in the first place? Are we animals or not? ఏమో కొంతమందికి ఇంకా డౌట్ ఉంది. ఇంకా సార్ ఏందంత దారుణం, మరి యానిమల్ మూవీ వాడు ఎవడో రిలీజ్ చేస్తే మీరు కూడా యానిమల్ అనాలా? సందీప్ రెడ్డి వంగలాగా మీరు మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. I'm asking you guys, entire class, are we animals or not? Yes or no? But which animals we are? We are not natural animals. We are basically natural animals, but we are also, indaka BSc lonchi తీసుకోండి రెండు words. We are also social animals. We are cultural animals as well. But what about chimpanzee? It's only a biological animal. It's only a natural animal. It is not a cultural animal, though it has got some society. It is also a social animal, but it has not got culture. It doesn't cook and eat. మనలాగా చక్కగా వేసి మ్యాగీ చేసుకొని 2-minute మ్యాగీ తీసుకొని తినేది. కొంతమందికి ఉప్పు సరిపోతే దీస్ డేస్ మ్యాగీ స్టాల్స్ కూడా వచ్చినాయి. పెద్ద గుడ్ డెవలప్మెంట్. I'll talk about this good later. This fellow doesn't cook and we are cooking. Does a chimpanzee wear clothes? Absolutely no. On its own, no. Has it got a language? కొంచెం ఆలోచించి చెప్పండి. Think and tell me. Has it got a language or not? Does it communicate? Yes, two chimpanzees communicate, male, female. They communicate, no? Then they have language. But our language is more complex than the chimpanzee's language. Our speech, can a chimpanzee come and invite that fellow to come and give a speech? Can it take a class? Absolutely no. Even I have to train it for 40 lakh years. 50 lakh years is time we have taken in the evolution to speak like this today. Our speech apparatus, this is called vocal cords. This has taken millions of years to actually come and speak like this. Our ancestors, about 1 million years ago, 10 lakh years back, our ancestors were speaking like A, B, C, D, A, Ka, Ka, Ba, Ba, Ta, Ta. Only single words they were uttering. So in 10 lakh years, Abba, Baba, Tata, Baba has become a full language. But whereas these animals are still using the same language. So what has happened? What is it I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say? That they have also evolved, but our evolution is not only biological, we have evolved not only biologically, we have evolved socially, we have evolved culturally. So only human being on this planet walks on two legs, uses hands, and these hands have scripted new history on our foreheads. You have written a new destiny. No animal on this planet. I am speaking from science. I am not talking about God or God's creation. No religion business. Religion says they have created like that avatars or creation, 1 day, 2 day, 3rd day, 4th day. That is all there. People may believe it, people may not believe it. That is their own original thinking, like their own systems. But what are we trying to say? We will be speaking 100% science in this class. And as per science, we have evolved. And this evolution, and today, like we are standing today on this planet, we are even going and colonizing other planets. Yesterday or today, I think Shubhanshu Shukla is gone. Yesterday. We are trying to even put a foot on Mars and other planets. No animal can even think of what has actually changed, our hands. Earlier, our ancestors were walking on 4 legs. We have become 2-legged animals. And what will be the use of these hands? Will they be just like that, hanging like this? They have picked up stones and they started making stone tools. Stone tool creation has created culture. Then we have invented fire. Then people have started wearing clothes. Then people have made small, small villages. Then agriculture has come. Then cities have come. Iron was invented. Gradually, all these steps we will see in archaeology. Like that, extraordinary development has happened. And in this fashion, in this way, we have gone a great deal, and we have built societies, we have built cultures. No animal can actually even think in the wildest dreams. So in this fashion, society and culture has got very big themes. And one big theme with which we will start is the most discussed topic, most hot topic in the world, even today by any standards. Equally hot topic is live in relationship, live in, love in or live in, live in ho gaya abhi. I don't know what they actually say. An extraordinary topic we'll be talking about. Acha, many times, let me tell you, in this topic, we'll be taking the examples of tribes. You'll be taking examples from not only tribes, but also from complex societies, like urban societies. We have another name for tribal people. They are called as simple societies. We'll be taking examples from simple societies. We'll also be taking from complex societies, like cities, towns, India, Western world. And we'll be examining these kinds of relations. Can you focus on there in the last quadrant? Some strange, some strange combination, can you see? I think one fellow is camouflaged background. How many people are there? 3 people, can you see? Acha. Have you ever heard this word? Throuple. 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 Throuple concept. Winner, eppudena? If you cut, earlier we have started cutting words, right? Anthropos, logos. Throuple lo kuda 2 parts unnai. THR okati, OUPLE okati. OUPLE to meeku word telusu. Couple. When 2 fellows are there, you call couple. You know, there is a trend picking up. In some areas, I don't know where it has been taken, but see the fellow, bichara, itla kuchunnadu. Itla kuchunnadu. Em cheyalo ardham kavatలేదు. What is a strange combination? How do I deal with this? 2 checkered girls, 2 women, 1 man. It has been given a name, throuple. And so many combinations are coming up in our society. Gay marriage is very ordinary nowadays. Gay marriage, gay sexual relationships, gay families. You know, in gay families also there is father and mother. Eppadu telusa koncham danni study chesara. Gay family, if a gay couple starts a relationship, one person will become a father, one fellow will become a mother. So don't ask me questions, sir, how it is possible without sexual reproduction. Without sexual reproduction also they may adopt a child. Or even without a child, these 2 fellows will be acting, one will be a man, one will be acting as a woman. And many such dimensions are anthropologically answered. We are not trying to make any fun of this, but we'll put some anthropological background. What do you mean by man? What do you mean by male? What do you mean by female? Who is a female actually? Shall I tell you something interesting? మనం జనరల్గా కామెడీగా మాట్లాడుకుంటుంటాం. Whenever we talk about females, especially male folks, మగవాళ్ళది ఒక డైలాగ్ ఉంటుంది చూడండి, లేడీస్ అసలు అర్థం కారబ్బా, దే బిహేవ్ వెరీ స్ట్రేంజ్లీ. Have you seen this? Females are very difficult to understand. Suddenly they change their modes, like Hyderabad climates. How they can suddenly they laugh, suddenly they do this. And many times we are going like we go crazy. We can't deal with this woman. But if you have anthropological knowledge, you will start understanding a woman better. Like no time in your life. In your life, you would never get a chance. Only with anthropological knowledge, you will understand what a female is. In the same way, females will understand what a male is actually. We have that beautiful knowledge with us. What it means to be a male, what it means to be a female, what is marriage, what is sex, what is sexual reproduction, what are genes. Every time genes అంటూ ఉంటాం మనం. What are genes? What is DNA? What are chromosomes? What exactly happens in sexual reproduction? And why this sexual reproduction? What are the different dimensions? All this we will touch upon with anthropological knowledge. What is family? What is the meaning of children? Everything with this relationships will be better. What is a point I'm trying to drive home? When you have this anthropological knowledge, our understanding of the opposite sex will be extraordinary. ఈ వర్డ్ రాసుకోండి, extraordinary. And people will not have much differences. These days, you know, what is common in marriages now? Marriage కాగానే కొంచెమే గ్యాప్. Are you observing the trends? ఈమెయిల్ చేస్తే ఇంకా అడ్వాన్స్ అయిపోతున్నారు. మ్యారేజ్ విత్ ఇన్ 15 days ద బ్రైడ్ గ్రూమ్ ఇస్ కిల్డ్. వాళ్ళు మర్డర్ చేసేస్తున్నారు. కొంతమంది లేడీస్ అయితే దే ఆర్ సో అడ్వాన్స్డ్. ఈ రోజు ఒక న్యూస్ వచ్చింది తెలుసా? ఈ రోజు అనంతపురంలో ఎక్కడో లేటెస్ట్ తాజా న్యూస్, తాజా ఖబర్. 2 days బ్యాక్ దట్ లేడీ సమ్వేర్, అంతకుముందు మిజోరంలో ఎక్కడో, మేఘాలయ. అండ్ ఆ ట్రెండ్ స్టార్ట్ చేసింది మన తెలంగాణలో ఒక ఆవిడ. ఇక్కడ ఎక్కడో సాంఘీ టెంపుల్ దగ్గర స్టార్ట్ చేసింది. And I'll tell you, if you have this knowledge, you will understand the opposite person better. So like that, even kinship. What is kinship, by the way? Why I put a very big group here, a marriage photograph. Kinship is nothing but a relationship. The relationship starts from marriage, and relationship is based on birth. 2 facts we'll be talking about. We'll be trying to understand these relationships very deeply. I told you, what is anthropology? It is a tool or a method to understand ourselves better. Ante meer adige question malli same, better this este we understand ourselves already. Sir, we know all this. Marriage we know. I have gone to many marriages. In fact, I have performed my friends' marriages. అయ్యో మ్యారేజ్ చూస్తారు చూడండి ఇద్దరు, ఇది ఆర్య సమాజ్ మ్యారేజ్. కొంతమంది ఫ్రెండ్స్ కి కోసం త్యాగం కూడా చేస్తుంటారు. ఐ పర్ఫార్మ్ మ్యారేజ్, ఐ హావ్ సర్వ్డ్ ఇన్ అ మ్యారేజ్, ఐ హావ్ కండక్టెడ్ మ్యారేజెస్. బట్ ఐ బెట్ ఆఫ్టర్ దిస్ నాలెడ్జ్ you will be talking about marriage in a different way. I'm not exaggerating. So this is such a kind of an occasion for us. Through marriage, relationships are built. By children, that marriage will become a family. And so many deeper dimensions will touch on this. He'll also be talking about religion, and I'm not trying to frighten you, but this is, if a diagram endante, which WITCH. What is a witch? హిందీలో ఏమంటారు దీన్ని? చుడేల్. తెలుగులో మంత్రగత్తె, మంత్రసాని ఏమంటారు? Witchcraft, magic, religion, and so many dimensions are there in our syllabus. You see, you have written the theme also. Religion is a theme, marriage is a theme, family is a theme, kinship is a theme. Religion is also a theme where so many extraordinary things we will be talking about. You have never come across in your lifetime. This exaggeration e kaadu. Lifetime itself. You will understand what exactly is religion. And you will be shocked if I give a statement today that there was a old movie, NTR మధ్య మధ్యలో బాలీవుడ్, తెలుగు అవన్నీ మాట్లాడుతుంటా. Some movie examples also. In an old movie, NTR నాగేశ్వరరావు ఉన్నట్టున్నాడు. దేవుడు చేసిన మనుషుల్లారా, మనుషులు చేసిన దేవుళ్ళారా, వినండి గోల, కనండి గోల. దేవుడు చేసిన మనుషుల్లారా, హ్యూమన్స్ క్రియేటెడ్ బై గాడ్. మనుషులు చేసిన దేవుళ్ళారా, గాడ్స్ క్రియేటెడ్ బై మ్యాన్. ప్లీజ్ సీ దిస్ కామెడీ, ప్లీజ్ సీ దిస్ గేమ్. This is a theme. So what is the theme here? There is a question in anthropology. Is man created by God? Or is God created by man? This is a very beautiful, interesting topic that we will be talking in anthropology. Only in anthropology. And anthropologists very clearly have one viewpoint. That, you have to relax, give some relaxation to your religious beliefs. You will be going for a shock, because when I say, you will be definitely be surprised and shocked. According to anthropology, religions and gods are created by humans. ఒకటే సార్ ఒక నిమిషం అర్థం కాదు మీకు, క్యా బోల్ రే సార్? Whereas right from our childhood, what is been taught to us by our mothers, fathers, society, what has been told to us? I'm not an atheist, I'm not an agnostic. By the way, let me give another disclaimer. And I'm not going to teach any atheistic class. This is about the way anthropology sees the reality. I told you, reality has got many dimensions. Religion, which is very important in our life, is seen by anthropologists in a different way, according to which religion and gods and spirits, all this witchcraft, etc., are human creations. That's a wonderful idea. And many dimensions. I already spoke about families and all this. We'll be definitely talking about joint families. We'll be talking about nuclear families. We'll be talking about feminist movements. We'll be talking about impact of industrialization and urbanization on on family. Industrialization, what will happen to families when we industrialize? What is happening in urbanization? ఇవన్నీ నాకు తెలియదు, కానీ నాకైతే ఒకటే తెలుసబ్బా, కర్రీ పాయింట్లు ఎక్కువ అయిపోయినాయి. కర్రీ పాయింట్స్, మెక్డొనాల్డ్స్ ఆర్డర్ పెట్టుకోవడం, ఇంకా ఆఫీస్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ కాకముందే ఆర్డర్ ఇచ్చుకోవచ్చు, చక్కగా వేడి వేడిగా ఇంటికి వచ్చేస్తుంది. What is happening? A lot is happening in the society. Changes are happening at a breakneck speed because of urbanization, industrialization. Let me add another word, though examiner has not given this in the syllabus. Definitely he might frame a question tomorrow. Globalization. This world has become a village. Globe has become a village. So globalization has got impact on the family, the number of kids. మీకు ఇంకొక షాకింగ్ కాదు, మీరే చెప్పండి. ఈ వర్డ్ తీసేద్దాం, కాసేపు పక్కన పెట్టేద్దాం. I'll give you one beautiful thing. Now you tell me, have you heard about this? Dink. సార్ నాకు డంకీ తెలుసు, డంకీ సినిమా వచ్చింది, ఏదో కష్టపడి చూసా, తిట్టుకుంటూ వచ్చిన డబ్బులని వేస్ట్ అనుకున్నారా? ఆ డంకీ తెలుసు మీకు. డింక్ తెలుసా? యు నో డింక్? డ్యూల్ ఇన్కమ్, నో కిడ్స్. డబుల్ ఇన్కమ్, నో కిడ్స్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు ప్రపంచం ఎటుపోతాం చూడండి. నౌ వీఆర్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ ట్రూపుల్ గిపుల్, ఏ తో చలేగా భాయ్. ఆర్ గే కపుల్స్ అడాప్టింగ్ చిల్డ్రన్, దట్ ఈస్ ఓకే. అండ్ దేర్ ఆర్ సర్టన్ ఫ్యామిలీస్ ఇన్ జపాన్ అండ్ యూరోప్ and maybe in India also this trending slightly starting. Both Mia Bibi are running in lakhs and crores. They want to go to Europe. ఒకసారి యూరోప్ అంటారు, సడన్గా ఫ్లైట్ బుక్ చేసుకొని వెళ్ళిపోతూనే ఉంటారు. యూరోప్, అమెరికా, బాలి, మాల్దీవ్స్, ప్రపంచం చుట్టూ. సార్ నెక్స్ట్ పిల్లలు మటుకు వద్దు. అమ్మా పిల్లల నో కిడ్స్. డబుల్ ఇన్కమ్, బోత్ ఆర్ అర్నింగ్ మిలియన్స్ అండ్ బిల్డింగ్స్ అండ్ ప్యాలెసెస్. ఇవి కొత్త మోడల్ కార్ వస్తే బుక్ చేస్తారు. మరి ఏంది పతా నెక్స్ట్ ఏంది పరిస్థితి? వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ టు ద కిడ్? వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్ టు హ్యుమానిటీ? నోబడీ ఈస్ థింకింగ్ అబౌట్ దాట్. సో దీస్ కైండ్స్ ఆఫ్ ట్రెండ్స్ ఆర్ కమింగ్ అప్ అండ్ we will understand them through anthropological knowledge. Another dimension, I'll be just giving you some, maybe what is the time now? You want a 5-minute break? After that, we'll talk about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, then we'll disperse. Or if you are okay, I'll continue. మోడ్ చూస్తేనేమో కంటిన్యూ లాగానే ఉంది బాడీ లాంగ్వేజ్. పర్వాలేదా? మీరు టైరింగ్ కాలే కదా. యూజువల్గా ఈ టైం బ్రేక్ ఇస్తా అందుకని. చలో, see the title there, sex, gender, feminism. We'll also be trying. I told you, this word will be coming regular in our class. So don't get baffled. It is a part and parcel of the game and the syllabus. We'll be talking about gay movements and certain other dimensions like X chromosome, Y chromosome. How many people here know about Ardhanarishwara? How many people do not know about Ardhanarishwara? Ardhanarishwara, you all know. Ardhanarishwara. Who is Ardhanarishwara? Shiva, as per Hindu traditions and mythology belief. What is that? Combination of male and female in that. If I tell you this concept has been given by our philosophers long back, science has only recently discovered that. Because, you see, we will talk about this Ardhanarishwara Tattva in anthropology with this knowledge of chromosomes. Now, who am I? నా పేరు తెలియని పక్కన పెట్టేసాను, నా పేరు విజయ్ సారథి అవన్నీ తర్వాత. Who am I? A man? I'm a man. What I am chromosomally? What is my chromosomal picture? X and Y. I am having X and Y. What is my mother? XX. Everybody knows. Wonderful. Then what is there in me? Whereas what is not there in my mother or any mother in the world? Y she is not having. Only man has Y. Rather, man is only being. Acha, every time we have this, most of the, acha, earlier I talked about marriages. Marriage kaangane annanu. Evaran pattukunnaru dani. Today, ఏదో కోట్లు పెట్టి ఖర్చులు పెట్టి చేస్తున్నారు. ప్రీ వెడ్డింగ్ షూట్ లో ఇటు చూసుకుంటారు, కింద మెరుతారు, మీద పడతారు. ప్రీ వెడ్డింగ్ షూట్ చూస్తున్నారా, అది ట్రోల్స్. అది even before that settles down, the couple is serving the notice of divorces. Are you seeing the trends? Divorce word was dreaded word for us during our childhood. But divorce word is a common, ఏదో ఆ షుగర్ ఈ స్పూన్ లో వేసుకుంటా అన్నట్టు ఒక స్పూన్ డివోర్స్ లాగా ఉంది పరిస్థితి. Divorce is across the table word now. Why? Because divorce rates are increasing. And one of the reasons, I'm telling you, mark my words, one of the reason, not the only reason, one of the reason is males not able to appreciate female dimension. Of course, opposite is also true. Inkoncham venaki veldam. What is that maleness in our society? Tell me. Do you think all the families raise the kids equally when have a male and female? Gundal mi cheskoni cheppanu. Andaru cheppali class lo. Families law, even today, educated people, do they raise their female kids and male kids equally? So what develops in a man? I am a man. My dear man, please understand, relax. You have a X chromosome in you. You are not 100% man. Though your maleness is there, which is responsible for reproduction and all, but you're fundamentally having a woman in you. So appreciate that woman. When you appreciate that woman, this world will be a beautiful world. It will be a garden of roses. నేను పోయిటరీ చెప్పట్లేదండి, ఈ క్లాసు ఫిలాసఫీ క్లాస్ కాదు మనది. ఇందాకేదో అనుకున్నాం, ఆ క్లాసు కాదు, పోయిటరీ క్లాస్ కాదు. This is reality class. So when a man tries to appreciate that there is an X in me, he'll understand his wife and girlfriend better. He understands his mother better. Mother ని మళ్ళీ అనగానే ఎక్కడ లేని ప్రేమ, అమ్మ అనగానే ఏ మగవాడికైనా అంతే కదా, తల్లి అనగానే ఏమైనా చేస్తాడు. But what about the wife and the girlfriend? That initial romance of sparks బాగానే ఉంటుంది, 1 month, 1 year, తర్వాత everything fades away because this fellow is not appreciating the woman's true nature. ఇప్పుడే అన్నాను మళ్ళా, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ బ్లేమింగ్, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ అగేన్స్ట్ మ్యాన్ కైండ్, ఐఎమ్ ఆల్సో మ్యాన్, ఫ్యామిలీ మ్యాన్ 3, sorry. Okay, so many dimensions we will hit upon in this class from our biological knowledge. ఈ బయాలజీ బేస్ చేసుకుంటాం, సొసైటీ బేస్, కల్చర్ బేస్, then we understand male correctly, female correctly, marriage correctly, family correctly, relationships correctly, then entire society. If a family is well, if that family is also good, this family is also good, all the society is cool, entire country will be cool. So a lot of divorce rates will come down if you understand our biological dimension, our cultural dimension. ఇదన్నీ మాట్లాడేస్తున్నాను. Will not be taking much time. This is the way we have evolved. I was telling you, our ancestors were like standing like this. Ikkada inka okati undi ikkada. This is not seen. What could be here? Exactly. A quadruped animal walking on all fours. A quadruped animal. Koncham bayapadakandi. Try chestanu manchi. Okay. Avi వద్దులేండి ఇప్పుడు. I'm in a different mode. I'm in not a mood to draw the diagrams. This is not a regular class. skull diagrams అవి వేరే వస్తాయి. స్కల్ డయాగ్రామ్ ఏమంటే వచ్చేస్తుంది. So this is how we are very close to our cousins. You will be again this will be interesting to note that we are having almost like 98% of our DNA common DNA, you know. We and chimpanzees share 98% DNA. Only 2% is the difference between us and the chimpanzees. Sometimes even in some samples even 99. Another beautiful thing, shall I tell you? As far as DNA knowledge is concerned, tell me what could be the difference in, for example, my blood and our friend's blood, and we take our DNA sampling. What could be the difference? Guess Shandy. Or common, tell me the common difference of the common. How much it could be? According to the Human Genome Project, there was a project done on our genes. The commonness is almost like 99.9%. 0.1% is the only difference between your genes and my genes. This is established by science. And in anthropology, we'll be talking about that as well. What is so common for us and why we have so much diversity in this. Within this 0.1%, we have got lot of diversity in language, body color, shape and hair, and Negro, Chinese, Indian, American. So many dimensions are there, diversities are there. Like we'll be going ahead and even talking about them. Theories anyhow. Part 3, so many theories are there, classical evolutionism, neo-evolutionism, functionalism, so many dimensions will come. Archaeology, in archaeology also we have seen, like I told you about past cultures. We'll be going into tools, how tool development has happened, how man has started making tools, and how these tools have shaped our culture. How tools have also evolved. Earlier they were only tools which were like very heavy tools. Later they have become sharp tools, very clear tools. Later pottery was invented. Later agriculture was invented. Later cities were made. Metals were invented. So gradually all these steps are great milestones. Only archaeologists can actually dig out them. And finally, last couple of topic themes, Indian society and culture, which is based on, why I have taken this? Can you make some sense out of this? What this ante oka title ki example ga idi pettochu. What is the title? Our hierarchy, inka what system? Varna system, caste system, exactly. And why in Indian society I am talking about this? Because without the knowledge of caste or varna, your knowledge of Indian society and culture is dash, incomplete. If somebody says, I know Indian society, and that fellow doesn't know about caste or varna, he is only lying. Then what is our right knowledge? If we will start the discussion on Indian society with caste system, varna system, there are some beautiful dimensions which again in our classes. Acha, why we are studying this? Again you have to raise a question. Why the syllabus setter has given to you? Anthropology syllabus enduku icharu? First of all, nenu akkadi start chesta. I start with this question. Why on earth we are studying? Not for the exam. No, exam comes later. Let us first understand about our own society, our own culture, our own caste system. How caste system has come, varna system. What is varna? So many dimensions are there. Is it only division of labor? Or is it something else? What are these untouchability? What is this scheduled caste, other things? What is a OBC thing? So many dimensions come in this, which has a bearing on the varna system. And finally, the tribal India parts, where these people have very strange culture. In this culture, this is observed among a community called the Toda. You know, there is a community called the Toda of Nilgiri Hills in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Nilgiri Hills, Tamil Nadu, Kerala lo oka tribe undi. What is the tribe name? Toda. They have a very strange ceremony called bow and arrow ceremony. Bow and arrow. If I'm a man, during the marriage or even before a marriage, I take a bow, I go to a sacred this thing like this, I make some very rudimentary, very small bow and arrows, and I gift it to the bride, and then later I do like this. That means I am the father of the child in her womb. I may be biological father, I may not be biological father, but I am accepting her child as my father and she as my wife. మీకు ఇంకా అర్థం కాలేదు కదా, ఇట్లాంటి చాలా ఉంటాయి ముందు అర్థం కాకపోవడే మంచిది. There is a practice among the Toda called polyandry. When a man marries 2-3 women, what is it called as? When a man has 2-3 wives, that is very common, no? These days it is coming down, but usually some people even are following that. What it is called as? Polygamy, polygyny. When a woman has 2-3 husbands, సార్ ఏం మాట్లాడుతున్నారు? ద్రౌపది ఎప్పుడు అయిపోయింది, మహాభారతం is gone. Is polyandry there? But in Toda, it is practiced. So woman can marry men, 2-3 men, whether they are from the same mother, brothers from the same mother, or from different other mothers. But whatever may be, that woman can marry 2 or more than 1 man. And what will happen to the pregnancy? ఇట్లాంటివి ముందే మీకు డిస్క్లైమర్ ఇచ్చానండి. ఈ క్లాసు ఆ క్లాస్ కాదు, ఇట్స్ అ సైన్స్ క్లాస్. What if the woman becomes pregnant? Then what will be the biggest question? DNA test చెప్పిద్దామా, paternity test, blood test, అవన్నీ అవసరం లేదు వాళ్ళకి. They don't need to prove that biologically I am the father, because nobody disputes. But some fellow will take the responsibility of fatherhood of the child. Whether he is a father, biological father, or another man is the father, nobody bothers. Because in this tribe, some of the tribes in the world, even today, social fatherhood is recognized. Biological fatherhood, they don't matter. They don't bother at all. ఇప్పుడు ఆంథ్రోపాలజీ అంటే ఏం తెలుస్తుందా? కొంచెం డెప్త్ వెళ్తాం. ఈ డెప్త్తోనే రేపు క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం. సో విల్ బి టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ ద మ్యారేజ్. Some definitions will shock you like beyond, you will not even be believing for some time. Oh, there are some practices in the world I have not even you can imagine in your wildest dreams. I am giving you a disclaimer again now itself. So don't go for a shock or surprise tomorrow when I talk about some examples from tribes in India, Africa, elsewhere, where you will be having so many strange things like this. చీచి యాక్టో ఎన్నని అనుకోండి, తోబా అనండి, ఏదైనా పర్లేదు, మనకి ఏమీ షేమ్ లేదు. నాకు అసలు లేదు, గత 15-20 years నుంచి అది వదిలేసిన నేను. ఐ కెనాట్ టీచ్ ఇఫ్ ఐ ఫీల్ షేమ్ఫుల్, ఐ కెనాట్ టీచ్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్. బట్ వాట్ ఈస్ రియాలిటీ? Even reality is there. Can I say chichi tutu? Reality is there. If you say chichi tutu, it is your problem. When a person is eating some food, వెజిటేరియన్ నాన్ వెజిటేరియన్ రోజు చూస్తూ ఉంటారు. వెజిటేరియన్ దగ్గర పోయి నువ్వు చిచ్చి నేను తినా అంటే పక్కకు అంటాడు. I like my this thing. What if there is a problem with you? Go ahead, go sit somewhere else. Correct, na? So anthropology is like that. Lastly, before I close, since we have touched upon several dimensions, I would like to give you a statement. Thank you. Kana mundu inkoti chepta. What exactly is that? Is I would like to say this is an extraordinary prism. Anthropology ni oka prism అనుకోండి. See, there is a white light. I want you to recollect your 9th class, 10th class, I don't know when you have talked about light. When a prism is put and a white light is put, correct? A ray of light or white light ray is put. What it will split into? 7 colors with jar. This is the general science lab experiments. But in life, tomorrow, maybe today, many of you might have got the practice of it, already some feeling of it. tomorrow onwards, our prism will be anthropology. And this white light or ray is the way we see things even before we put anthropological perspective. Otherwise, మనం మామూలుగా ఏమనుకుంటాం, ఇందాకనే క్లాస్లో లేడీస్ గురించి మెన్ అండ్ ఫీమేల్స్ మాట్లాడడం కదా, మేల్స్ ఫీమేల్స్. వాట్ ఈస్ అ జనరల్ స్టేట్మెంట్ యూ హియర్ ఫ్రమ్ సమ్ మేల్స్? ఈ ఆడవాళ్ళంత ఇంతే, విమెన్ ఆల్ దిస్ విమెన్ బా. ఈ మెన్ విమెన్ ఆల్సో సే మీ మొగాళ్ళ లేడీస్ ऐसा बोलते हैं ना. All these South Indian fellows are like that, North Indian people are like that. Antara leda, vinnara leda. Negroes are all like that. These are all dumb fellows. These are all waste fellows. White fellows are arrogant fellows. Manam anukuntam white fellows are racist. I have seen beautiful people. Now go experience ayindi. When I have gone abroad, some white couple, English people have received us with extraordinary welcome. They were respecting us. But మనం ఏమనుకుంటాం, వైట్ ఫెలోస్ ఆల్వేస్ ప్రాక్టీస్ రేసిజం. దే ప్రాక్టీస్ రేసిజం, బట్ దేర్ ఆర్ సమ్ బ్యూటిఫుల్ పీపుల్ హూ రెస్పెక్ట్ అస్. సో దట్ ఈస్ అ వే. దట్ మీన్స్ వాట్ ఈస్ ఐడియా? You earlier you are seeing things only in black and white. Either you say they are white or black. Either men are all like this or women are all like this. This community people are all like that. These caste people are all anta పెద్దవాళ్ళు కూడా అంటుంటారు. Our elders also, these caste fellows are like that, or these religion people are like that. But after you put your view in anthropology, you start seeing the rainbow of life. All the 7 colors, even more. And what is this? Earlier you thought everything was 1 or 2, unity. Now what you see, from now onwards or tomorrow onwards, you will be seeing the world in its actual. Ante ఏది ఎలా ఉందో అలా యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తాం. If this is reality, you will accept reality like that. You will not add a color and say, oh, this I don't like. This kind of thing will change, and you will become a better personality. You will become a better student. You will become a better observer of the society. Acha, by the way, in my class, I will be giving so many examples when I'm talking about marriage. After you listen to the class, when you attend a marriage, you see the marriage from a different angle. Same marriage earlier you went last month, but this month you go and you sit in that, you will be observing the priests. You will be observing the అంతకుముందు priest ఎవరు పట్టించుకోవడం. ఇంతసేపు అమ్మాయి ఏమి అలంకారం వేసుకుంది, ఎన్ని తలంబ్రాలు కింద వేశారు, ఇదే గోల కదా. సరిగ్గా సాంబార్లో 2 ముక్కలు రాలేదు, ఇదే కదా మన డిస్కషన్. Now onwards, I'm slightly exaggerating, but reality is we will never be listening to the priests. If you see the way priest is conducting, you will understand what exactly is the meaning of marriage. What is marriage ought to be. So like that, you will be observing the society, your own family members, your father, mother, your brother, sister, friend. All the relationships you will be examining with a new perspective. That is the what is that perspective? Anthropological perspective. For every issue, every idea, every relationship, every ism, even isms also, you will be adding this anthropological perspective, and you will be like going crazy after this. You will be like becoming a better student, better observer, better performer in the exam, better civil servant. ఈవెన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూలో కూడా మీ ఆన్సర్స్ బెటర్గా ఉంటాయి, ఎస్ఏలో మీ ఆన్సర్స్ బెటర్గా ఉంటాయి. నేను రాసిస్తా కావాలంటే ఐ కెన్ గివ్ ఎ క్లెయిమర్ అండ్ గివ్ దట్ సైన్ కూడా చేసిస్తా. యువర్ ఎస్ఏస్ విల్ బి ఇంప్రూవింగ్, యువర్ ఆన్సర్స్ ఇన్ ద పర్సనాలిటీ టెస్ట్ విల్ బి ఇంప్రూవింగ్, యువర్ వర్క్ యాజ్ a civil servant of tomorrow will be completely different, and your person as a person in your life, in your family, will be extraordinary. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and all the best to you. And hope I have covered some ideas, some good orientation we had regarding the syllabus, regarding the optional as a subject. Should you have any queries, please approach me. Either you can raise your hand and ask me here itself or later also, no problem. If you ask here, everyone will benefit. That is a good thing. Actually, ఇంకోటి ఇందులో ఈ ఎగ్జామ్లో ఇంకో గుడ్ థింగ్ ఏంటంటే Here you should not hide anything. The more you share, the faster you'll get selected. This is ulta. Other exams I thought I'll prepare secretly. ఇక్కడ నడవదు. ఎంత షేర్ చేస్తే అంత తొందరగా మీరు సక్సెస్లోకి వెళ్తారు. ఓకే, గో హెడ్. ఎనీ క్వైరీస్? You can start leaving if you don't have queries. If you have, please approach me and ask. अच्छा, कल इनको सिलेबस कॉपीज दे देना यार. हाँ, syllabus copies. Everybody ensure to collect syllabus copies from them.